Today's podcast is brought to you by StrongHeartAcademy.com, where no heart is no victory. We are also brought to you by BJJ to go. If you want to build your game and learn jiu-jitsu, go to bjj2go.com. Third thing we're brought to you by is Rat Bat. You got rats? Want to kill bats? Kill them with a rat bat. Fourth thing we're brought to you by is hot dog flavored water ingredients. If you want to add it to your smoothie, hot dog flavor ingredient. All right, round two. We screwed up. Or I should say I screwed up. So we got to start again. Okay, we're going to start again. What's your name?
Michael.
How long have you trained?
6 years.
6 years. So, and you said before you said you were 5 years old when you started?
Yeah.
Were you in the Tiny Tigers then? Or was it not called Tiny Tigers back then?
It was called boot camp or something. I don't remember what
boot camp. Okay, yeah. I used to not have separate classes. Now we have like Tiny Tigers is 4 and 5. Now we have Mat Monkeys, which is 6 and 7. Then we have the last class is Kids Jiu-Jitsu, which is 8 to 11, 12, depending on how big a kid is. And then we have teens. Mm-hmm. So now I have all these like broken up. But I think 6 years ago when you trained,
it was 2 classes.
It was just like all together, yeah. And then I think later we added the Tiny Tigers because they're just two little dudes to be able to do the regular class. How many gis do you have?
3, but I sold a couple of them.
Oh. What brands do you got? What do you got?
They're all Gameness.
Gameness. You have one you like over the other ones?
My gray one.
Gray one? You like the look of it or the feel of it?
Both.
Both, all right. You got any patches on it?
No, that one's newer.
Newer? You know, I feel like I should start encouraging the kids to put more patches on their gis. Nobody really has patches on their gis. And I don't mean just a strong heart patch. I mean like, I don't know. You see like dirt bike. Like what do you like a dirt, like is there a brand you like or?
Yamaha.
Like why don't people you could put your Yamaha patch on your gi. It would be cool.
Like a Yoda one.
A Yoda one. I had a Yoda one. I have one gi that had a bunch of goofy patches on. I always thought that was a cool thing about jiu-jitsu is that you can kind of make like, it's a uniform, but you can make it your own, you know, like with the things that you like, you know, like a backpack or a jacket or whatever. I don't know. Let's see what else we're going to say. Oh, so do you feel that training, now you're doing more boxing and striking, you were doing jiu-jitsu forever, do you feel like it has helped you deal with like bullies or pressure at school or anything like that?
Yeah, a lot because, well, one kid punched me in the face. I wanted to tackle him through a shelf, but I didn't.
You want to tackle him through a shelf? Yeah. Did you, man, what did you just, for no reason?
I don't know. He had done it to other kids too. He was one of those type of kids.
Oh, okay. So this is kind of a problem then, a problem kid. What did you say to him after you did that?
I never talked to him since.
No, but like when he punched you in the face, you just said nothing?
No, I just told the teacher.
That's the smart thing to do. But he hasn't given you any problems since?
Well, he left the school last year, so.
Oh, that was last year?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's good that he's not around. We've had kids before had to defend themselves a couple times. It's unfortunate that, like, I don't think schools are really doing enough. Like, they just kind of say no tolerance, and whoever fights gets kicked out. But, like, you can't defend yourself, unfortunately, or you can get kicked out of your school. So I try to tell, like, the parents, like, you need to talk to your kids, you know, what do you feel is appropriate response? I'm glad you didn't, you know, hurt the kid, because you could hurt the kid.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you hit him back, he would have probably broken nose. If you did jiu-jitsu, you would probably break his arm or choke him unconscious. I mean, you have the ability to do that. So it's good that you had self-control, man. It's that's a lifelong thing, man. Self-control is not easy. You know, when your temper and your emotions get hot, it's not easy to keep a cool head. Do you think, do you feel like training with us has helped you that, or
Yeah, because I know I can defend myself. Another thing that happens.
you just feel like confident, or yeah? I remember when I first started, I just felt like more confident in myself. Just like I don't know. I was confident that I can handle myself if I had to, you know. I never looked for trouble or anything like that, and I guess I've only had to use it a few times. I've trained for 20 years, and I've only had to use it like maybe 3 times. Nothing too crazy, but it definitely makes me feel just more confident, and that's a powerful thing, especially for a man. Confidence is huge for a boy. What do you like about the striking program?
Well, if you're stressed or like angry at something, you could just take it out on a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Just relieve yourself from it.
Mm-hmm. Do you like Riley as your coach?
Yeah, he pushes me
Yeah.
a lot.
He doesn't take slack, huh? What's your favorite combination?
3 round, jab, cross, hook, kick.
Jab, cross, hook, kick. Are you a lefty or righty?
Righty.
Righty. Yeah, so you do the standard stance, left leg forward, right leg back, left hand forward. Right? Yeah. You like sparring?
Yeah, I don't really get nervous though.
No. That's good. I used to get nervous when I sparred. Do you don't do his jiu-jitsu as much, but you never got nervous when you did jiu-jitsu sparring either? Yeah. That's good. You're well-rounded. With the schooling, do you get good grades, or what are your grades like?
Yeah, my worst grade's a B+, and it's like 89.
Oh, so it's close to A. What is that in?
Math.
Really? I would think you'd be good at math, man.
I am.
Your dad's pretty good at math. Why don't you have an A?
Because there's one test.
You just didn't do good on that test?
Mm-mm. Well, it still wasn't that bad. It was a C. That still changed it.
Yeah. Is your sister? You have a sister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your sister, she good at math? She's good at school, right?
Yeah, she's better at like writing and reading and that sort of stuff.
That's helpful too. What's your favorite subject?
Probably math.
Math?
Yeah.
What? With the lowest grade? Yeah. What do you like about it?
You get to solve problems and stuff.
Yeah, I'm terrible at math, but I always respected the fact that there's only one answer. It's not subjective.
Going into 7th grade, I'm going to be doing 9th grade math too.
Yeah, you know what? When I 7th and 8th grade was like the hardest math, I felt, because they did like upper level math, and they were like, we're preparing you for high school math, and I don't know, I didn't do very good. I had trouble, and I worked hard at it. I didn't slack at it, but I had to work hard to get good grades. I had to like work really hard to get good grades. It was not something natural. Fortunately, my wife, it's natural for her. So my kids, they don't have to. It's not hard for them at all. Like, they get grades, just like they don't have to even study, you know. So part of my problem is I'm trying to get them to work hard, you know, because they don't really have to, because it's just natural for them.
That's like me in
It's
math.
like, yeah.
But it's kind of because my teacher makes us write everything that she puts on the board down.
Mm-hmm. So that, what do you mean?
Like, we already know it. It's like imprinted in our head.
Oh, just because it's just, you're writing all of it down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that helps me when I took notes. If I took extreme notes, like a lot of notes, I didn't seem to have to study, versus like a little bit of notes, if that makes sense. Like, if I wrote all of it down, like if I was looking at a page, I wrote the whole page down, I seemed like I would just internalize it better, you know? Like, I would just feel like I would understand it more, and I wouldn't have to re-look at my notes. I don't know. Is that how you study, or how do you study? Do you have a way to study?
I just pay attention in class.
Well, that's important, yeah, but when you're doing homework, you don't have to study for tests?
No, not really.
You don't study at all? Nothing? Man. What, So what else? What were we gonna say?
I have to study for spelling though, like spelling tests,
Okay.
but I hate those.
You hate it probably because you have to work harder at it. What do you listen to music at all when you study, or just silence, or just go in your room? Do you have a coffee table? What do you do?
Sometimes I listen to music.
Do you study in your room, or do you study in the living room or the kitchen or what?
Living room.
Living room, yeah. That's what my boys do too. I have like a room for them to study in, and a computer desk and everything, and they just do it in the living room no matter what. Or the kitchen too. They'll do it in the kitchen, or like the table out in there. But they have their own desk. I feel like I wasted it. But do you just not like being by yourself in there, or what? Or just like?
Sometimes I just turn the TV on and just like have something to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. My wife's like that. I like music to help me focus. If I listen to a TV, I'll just end up watching the TV. But my wife's the same way. She doesn't have to watch the TV. She just likes something in the background, like people talking or sound of people talking. And then she seems to be able to get a ton of stuff done that way.
TV kind of like pushes me because I want to watch it, but I know I have to get school done first.
Oh, okay.
Because my mom makes me do, like, before any sport, say football's at 5 and I don't have my homework done, I have to get my homework done before I can do anything.
Okay.
'Cause she always puts school first.
Well, that's good, yeah. Was she good at school too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was your dad good at school?
Yeah.
He seems a smart guy. Sometimes he says numbers to me, and he can just does it in his head. I'm like, I can't do that, dude. Hold on a second. I have to get my phone out and put the numbers in. But he could just do it in his head.
He does the same thing to me.
Oh, yeah?
He doesn't let me use a calculator sometimes.
It's good, because if you don't have a phone or you don't have a calculator, you could just do it in your head. That's better. I don't seem like I can hold the numbers in my head. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes I just forget midway. You're
Mm-hmm.
like, what was that number?
Yeah. That's how I am. But my boys, they can just do it in their head. It's crazy. They could do numbers in their head. And then my youngest, he's learning Mandarin. So it's Mandarin immersion. So he learns math in Mandarin. So the teacher's speaking Mandarin while he's learning math. And I'm like, I'm already having trouble learning math. I wouldn't be able to do that, learn a new language. But it's pretty cool. He's getting good grades, and he's got all A's, so not a problem for him.
My sister's straight A.
Is she straight A too? Does she speak any other languages, or she take classes?
Spanish. She speaks almost fluent Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't she go to some trip or something with Spanish?
She went to France and Spain, and she also speaks a little bit of French.
Jeez. Did she say she liked France or Spain more?
She liked them both.
Really? I feel like girls like France for some reason. My wife does too. I think I'd rather go to Spain, honestly. It seems nicer. I don't know. And not as cold.
Yeah.
France looks cold. I mean, I want to go hang out on the beach or ride a motorcycle. We used to have a student from Spain, and I follow him on Instagram now. He went back, Sam, and he's always riding motorcycles in Spain. It looks cool. I don't know where he's at. Somewhere in Spain, but the weather looks nice. He's on dirt bikes, What would you say to someone that asked you about Strong Heart? What would you say? Oh, what is it like? If a friend said, "Hey, what's Strong Heart like?" What would you say to them?
Well, my other two friends that go here would probably help me with it, but I'd probably say...
Who's that? Or just say their first name.
Lincoln and
Peter.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
But I'd probably say that it's like a good community.
Oh, okay.
And it helps.
Yeah, you have two friends here, so that helps. We were talking about earlier, before I screwed up and didn't record anything. We were talking about the motto of the school. What's the motto of the school?
No heart, no victory.
Yeah. And what do you think that means? What does no heart, no victory mean to you?
I think it means if you don't show any work or any heart,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get the victory, or the win or what
Mm-hmm.
you want out of it.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that I mean, that's clearly in what we're doing here, like the martial art aspect of it. You know, either sparring, you know, you're tired, you know, you got to push through being tired, or you're not doing well, you got to push through to do good, to get the victory. But do you feel like other parts of your life are that way, or?
Yeah. In football, when I, like, sometimes, since I'm the quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes if I forget to play,
Mm-hmm.
he usually hands the plays out, so I just go. Like, that's something I have to study,
Okay.
or I will not remember it.
Yeah. I was amazed at, like, that some of these football players, professional NFL, like, how many plays they actually have. Like, they have a lot of
Like
play.
hundreds.
Hundreds, which is crazy to me. Yeah, that's crazy. And it's very specific because the field is broken down basically into a grid,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't even know football plays. I don't know how to do it. I played basketball, so I know how to do basketball plays, but which is the same thing. Like, the basketball plays are crazy. There's so many options, you know, because in a football, well, there's a lot in football too, I guess, because everyone's moving in different directions. You have blocking and all this.
Mm-hmm.
But in basketball, you have multiple people. Everyone can pass. So in football, there's only one guy passing, basically, like
Yeah.
you, the guy throwing the ball. So
Or sometimes the running back, they can do it.
they can do like handoffs, right?
Yeah, I can hand it off to them, and I can go out to a
Oh, you
pass.
can run. Yeah. What is that, like a flea flicker? Or
Yeah,
flea flicker.
basically.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of remember that. But in basketball, you can, like, this, all positions can pass, but generally the point guard starts it off, and then, you know, he might pass to this guy pass to this guy, then he cuts around and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, they can get super confusing. Do they change the names on your plays?
no, not really.
Once you have the name, it's the set. Yeah.
They might change it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but it sounds the same.
Okay. Like maybe something 2, or
Yeah.
instead of whatever his name is, Mike 2 instead of Mike 1 or whatever. What do you think? So what grade are you going to next year?
7th.
7th grade. Is that a separate school?
Yeah.
What is it? Or you don't want to say what school you're going to? You're going to go to junior high,
Mm-hmm.
right? So is it a school that's 7th and 8th, or is it combined with another?
It's only 7th.
Just 7th and 8th. That's what I did too. Are you nervous?
No.
I was super nervous going to 7th
My cousin
grade.
goes there.
Oh, that helps. What grade is he?
He's 7th going into 8th.
Okay, so he'll be there when you're there then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even cooler. He can show you the ropes, and he'll be older. Is it close to where you live? You got to go far.
It's
You don't have to tell me where, but
a couple miles more than my school right now.
oh, okay. So your parents have to take you then. Are you
Yeah.
going to take the bus, or are they going to take you?
They're going to take me. Well, we're going to carpool with my neighbor.
Oh, cool. You got it planned out already, man. A year ahead. Your parents are pretty planned out kind of people, though.
Yeah.
Who do you think plans more, your mom or your dad?
Mom.
Mom? Yeah? She's the general?
Yeah.
She's the pre-planned it out logistics. Your dad trains with me too. And he's trained what, like 4 years, 3 years?
3-4 years, yeah.
3-4 years. I just trained with him the other night. Is it cool that he trains?
Yeah, because he can teach me stuff like more advanced
Mm-hmm.
than what I can learn.
Yeah.
Like what you teach the adults.
The adults, yeah. But do you find it's just, or do you think it's cool that, like, your dad can still is athletic? I mean, because a lot of dads, I'm sure, maybe some of your friends' dads aren't as athletic and don't do anything athletic at all.
It's kind of weird because that's the reason he is athletic. Before he started doing jiu-jitsu, well, I got him into it because he had broken his back.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah. Yeah.
He was using a cane and stuff, and then jiu-jitsu helped him walk.
Oh, really? Man, that's awesome. He's a strong dude, man. He's a super athletic guy. And he's older than me, too, but I would never have known it by the way he moves, for sure.
He's starting to run again, too.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a motivated guy. do you feel like, is he like, does his example motivate you? Or do you find that he motivates you just by talking to you motivates you? Or like just seeing the things that he does motivates you?
Seeing the thing he does probably most.
Yeah.
Because he does a lot of stuff, like, good.
Yeah.
In his life. Like I want to be.
Like an example.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how my dad was too. He wasn't like talking to me to motivate me. It's more like what he did. And which I think is good. Like a lot of people can talk, you know what I mean? And you'll know this when you get older. A ton of people will talk.
Yeah.
But it's the walk that's as important. Like you could talk all you want, but show me the action. Show me what you're going to do. And I've always respected the action more than the talk. You know, if you talk and then back it up, that's good. But I know a lot of people just talk, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But then you watch and they don't do none of it. Like, where's the thing at? You know, what did the thing you do, you know? What are you the most proud of him for?
Probably his work ethic.
His work ethic? Yeah.
Like staying dedicated to it.
Yeah. He's a smart guy. He's helped me too. He gave me some ideas here, and when we did the expansion, you know, he helped me with figuring out some of this, and you know, I feel like he gave me the belief that I can do it too. And he's a successful man, so I helped me motivate me too, you know. Is there anything that you think I should ask you that I haven't asked you?
No.
I mean, you're a busy guy. Do you do church stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do there?
I help out with like the kids. It's first grade through fifth, but they also have like the babies.
Mm-hmm.
I help out with all through that, and then I also go to the church. So they have different groups. They have the babies, the kids, and then they have the youth, which is 6th grade through 12th,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the adults. So it's, yeah, after 12th grade, you have to go with adults, like the main place.
Okay. So do you do any programs, or like do you do any like plays, or what do they?
Well, with the kids, I do like, there's skits to help them like know more about Jesus and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I worship and stuff and do that.
Okay. Do you sing too?
No, not really.
I'm terrible at singing.
I usually just have the sound playing.
Okay. All right. Do you? What's your favorite story in the Bible? Do you have one?
There's a lot, and I can think of one. Like,
Can't think of any?
favorite.
No. Joseph is my favorite story of the Old Testament. Is my favorite story. The dude, you know, when they teach it to kids, it's all about his like brightly technicolored jacket, you know, his nice jacket that his dad gave him, and then kind of like his brother's jealousy over like he was being favored over his brothers. But I think that's like the weakest part of the story. Like his story I always like is his faith. So many bad things happen to him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't ever complain. You know, there's parts in the Bible where there's people that complain. Like, they're like, why, God, why did you do this thing, you know? Man, he was sold into slavery. He thought he was going to die in a pit. He ended up going to prison. They threatened to kill him, but the king just threatened to kill, you know, like, he just never lost faith. And then, you know, and then he had the opportunity to forgive his family for selling him into slavery, and he did. And then and he ends up saving like millions of people because they were starving. So he's my favorite Old Testament character in the Bible. But the story of Joseph is good. It's a good story. Anything else you want to talk about? No? Do you have any goals for martial arts?
I want to get my yellow belt by the end of this year.
Oh, all right. We're going to do more jiu-jitsu to do that.
I'm starting back up this week.
Okay, all right, cool. I like it. That's good. That's a good goal. Ivy just got her yellow belt, and then she just got first in pans. Yeah, She's tough. She's a tough girl. She does a lot of different sports too. I think we're gonna interview her and Chance too. Maybe Monday. We'll see. And we'll see what they have to say. But I know that they're all in. And she did striking for a little bit, but I think jiu-jitsu is more her thing. But she plays other sports too. So it's good to have a mix. I think the jiu-jitsu helps, and the striking helps with the balance, like you said earlier, with other sports. But there's a lot of like things you can learn, I think, from martial arts that you don't get in the other sports, but will help you in the other sports, if that makes sense. So, all right. Well, thanks, Mike, for hanging out. Anything else you want to say?
No heart, no victory.
No heart, no victory. All right. Thank you. Peace. Thanks for listening, watching. Bye.
Let me talk for just a second, help me feel that sense of rhythm. Find the meanings in our bearings and discover this position as a stage along the way. Another rung to the ladder, either stalling or you're climbing, and I'd rather beat the ladder.